you doing, everyone? Welcome to this episode of the Cajun Conservative Show. I'm your host, Isaac Hayes, talking about life, talking about liberty, and yes, talking about the pursuit of happiness and showing you the world that Cajuns do have intelligence. I hope you're having a good day, good week, wherever you're located. Just remember that this is the day the Lord has made. You should rejoice and be glad in it. A little different than normal. Friday, if you're a regular listener, it was hard to get into the studio. I had a lot of things going on, but I'm here. I felt like I need to put out an episode. And the topics that I'm going to talk about today, I believe are important. And I think that we need to focus on the things that need to be focused on, not the things that are out in the distance or something that's irrelevant to what's happening in the world today. And I just feel like this episode need to be put out. So I missed a couple of days last week because of work and other things like that, but I'm back. I'm trying to work out my schedule. Doing it every day, you got to get it done. So but with that being said, please remember to like and subscribe to the show. It helps out more than you know, ladies and gentlemen. It helps out more than you know. And let's get this show going. I love promoting good content. I do it on my side with a couple of podcasts that I'm affiliated with. And, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good, but we need to keep on going. The voice of freedom needs to reign like as loud as it ever rained before. This country is in a mess. This country is swirling down the drain faster than we can realize. Our national debt is going up faster than Mount Everest. We have a ton of issues, and I feel that we have a couple of things that we're not focusing on. Are we putting onto the side because this fits our agenda, but this doesn't? And this is what I'm going to talk about today. And the first thing I want to talk about is the Christians, the pro-life Christians that are that are sentenced, that are going to be sentenced in July 2nd. And all these Christians did were stand in the hallway and sung hymns and try to tell people, hey, you shouldn't have an abortion. We here at the Cajun Conservative Show feel that abortion is murder. I believe conception starts at the time of conception. I believe a life starts at conception. I believe life starts when you find out you're pregnant. The life is there. It's a life. It's it's living. It's starting. It's progress of living, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting. A life is starting to form in the mother's womb, and we know this by the Bible because Jeremiah was told by the Lord, "I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb." God has a plan for people. God has a plan for every individual. Now, do they serve him or not? That is their free will. But God knows the outcome of that person's life no matter what. And these people were just, like I said, there were 6 individuals that got convicted. There's 4 more waiting. But these people they were just in the hallway. They were praying. They were singing hymns. They were talking to people. They were not rowdy whatsoever. They were not violent whatsoever. But the Department of Justice, this Biden Department of Justice, went ahead and attacked these people according to the FACE Act. The FACE Act happened in 1994. This is where extremists were going to abortion clinics and blowing up abortion clinics. They were terrorizing people trying to go into abortion clinics. And the Department of Justice thought that this would be a good idea to go after these Christians because they were being violent and they were being evil. And the judge apparently agreed with them. And I hope they appeal this. But the judge agreed with them, saying that they were violent and that they were stopping procedures in an abortion clinic. But in reality, they weren't doing nothing. All they were doing was singing and praising the Lord and telling people, hey, don't go into this abortion clinic. Don't take this life because this is a life that God cherished. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I've seen some street preachers go in front of abortion clinics, and they act They don't act Christian in front of an abortion clinic. They don't have compassion. They don't have, mercy. They don't. They go there and they belittle all these people that are going into the abortion clinics. And I believe that's wrong. But they are outside on the street. They weren't inside. These people were inside, but they were not doing nothing wrong. But they're facing 10 years in prison. And God knows how much fees. I think $260,000 in fees. When I read this is why I'm bringing up this point that either America is focusing on things that are not right, or the media is pushing things that don't push. They're exposing things that don't push their agenda, or they don't expose things that don't push their agenda. What do I mean? Because these people were standing out in a hallway, just praising the Lord. There was no damage. No personnel was hurt of the abortion clinic. But they are facing 10 years and $260,000 fines. I have yet heard of a conviction from the 2020 riots. And you have to call them that, riots. Don't call them protests. Don't call them demonstrations. They were riots. The riots of 2020. The media likes to call it the summer of love. Do you remember the media's portrayal of this? The media was filming, and I'm talking about CNN, and saying this is a mostly peaceful protest while a building was burning down. Target lost millions. Walmart lost millions. Convenience stores and retail stores lost millions because people ran into these stores and felt they were entitled to their products. You still haven't heard a conviction. You're hearing convictions about January 6th, but you're not hearing convictions when Donald Trump had to go into a bunker because so-called protesters were trying to rush the White House. The Secret Service was so scared they had to put Donald Trump in a bunker. You heard that story for 2 days, and the media just left it alone. You don't even hear about it no more. When you mention that, hey, that was a real insurrection, people look at you like you're stupid, because they don't remember that. But the media pushes January 6th, or they push an incident like this. Oh, these pro-life demonstrators were being violent. They were quoting conspiracy theories. But these Christians were just singing. This is why I say the media focus on things they don't need to focus on. The media don't need to focus on this. This is not a story. Yes, it is a story because the judge, I don't know if he's a left-leaning judge, but the judge sentenced these people for basically exercising their right to free speech. But you don't hear the media talk about. You don't hear the media focus on, hey, why do we have convictions of the riots of 2020? Because you see, the riots of 2020 fits the agenda of the left. Because they believe that this nation is racist, homophobic, that most of this nation are bigots. Most of the people in this nation are bigots, especially if you come from the right. But they're focusing on this. They're focused on this because, see, they don't like Christians to begin with. So this fits their agenda. They're trying to wipe out Christianity. Tucker Carlson said it the best way. I saw it on TikTok. He had a speech on his new network, and he was talking about how the left wants to take away Christianity when Christianity basically talks about everything they talk about. All right, let's move on because I have other stories. We also going to talk about the Taylor Swift incidents that are going on. In mainstream media is really hammering this on MAGA supporters. Look, to be honest with you, okay, I see the news, I see the telecast of the games. I've watched multiple Chiefs games this year. For some reason, CBS wants to put them in our region. I don't know. And every game you see Taylor Swift there. Now there's a conspiracy that that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are working with the Pentagon, and look, there is a montage. I didn't grab it for this episode, but there is a montage of Fox News, Newsmax, and OAN running stories talking about Taylor Swift and talking about how this is a conspiracy theory. Listen, I don't care. If you notice, going forward or going after, just go look at my last episodes. If I mentioned Taylor Swift, it was on a joke. I don't care about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I don't. You know what I care about? I care about how the president is trying to get her endorsement so we have some low-informed voters go vote on the president on election day. That's a bigger story than Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift being in a conspiracy theory. Think about it. I think that's a bigger story. Joe Biden is trying to get the official endorsement of Taylor Swift because he wants all her supporters to vote for him. Now, I'm not saying all Taylor Swift voters are uninformed, but why do you want to go ahead and get this line of votes? Like, I understand as politicians, they want votes, but majority of these people that probably listen to Taylor Swift don't know what's going on. Taylor Swift can't pick a good man, by the way. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know about Travis Kelce. I never met Travis Kelce. And look, if I would meet both of them, it would be an honor. I would gladly meet them and talk with them for a few minutes. But listen to all Taylor Swift's albums. It's all about her not picking a right man. Do you think a woman that can't pick a right man that made billions off of that can pick a presidential candidate? She endorsed him in 2020, and look how it turned out. That's the bigger story. But this whole Fox News, Newsmax, and all these other conservative outlets that are pushing this narrative of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, it's surprising to me. The conservative movement should not worry about Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I don't usually disagree with these people, but Jesse Waters, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Greg Gutfield, all these people, you need to focus on stories like what we got this week of some migrants beating up a cop or beating up some cops. And the judge letting them go because if he would arrest them or he would set bond, that would hurt the image that the left is trying to push. Now, we don't know where these migrants went to. Some say they went to California. They locked out the court without bail. Our poor law enforcement officers in New York, New York's finest, was beaten on the street. And the judges let them go. That's the bigger story. Talk about that. No, I have to come behind this microphone and talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift because this is a big story, and I want to tell people I don't care. Now, you, the listener, might say, "Well, Isaac, you didn't have to talk about it." I know I didn't have to talk about it, but I'm showing you something right here. The media focus on things that fit their agenda. And the right, look, I'm part of the conservative movement. I am a Republican, but they're focusing more on this than they are in this story that happened in New York. Look, let's even push that on the side. What about Mayorkas being impeached? Now, look, I'm going to go against some of the people that listen to this show. Some of my listeners say, hey, we don't think they should focus on that. They should focus on that because at least they get the crimes out and it builds up a case for them in November. Why did they impeach Joe Biden? Because it has to be known what he has done if it is true. And the impeachment trial will show the evidence. And if American people are smart like I think they are, they're going to say no to this buffoon. Because remember, this is the president. And I have this story too. And it's all fitting in right here. The terrorist group evacuate their positions as the Biden admin tips them off to their plans. That's according to the Daily Wire. This is in relation to the 3 soldiers that were shot or that were killed in Jordan. Biden says we're going to retaliate. Lloyd Austin says we're going to retaliate. And guess what? Now the terrorists are starting to move. So we go out there and waste tons of money blowing up empty buildings in retaliation. See, this is why the Middle East, Russia, China didn't advance on anything, because if Donald Trump said, you advance, we're coming after you, he didn't give no warning. You have a president and you have a Department of Justice, you have the Pentagon telling the terrorists, we're coming for you on this day at this time. What you think they're going to do? Stay there and twiddling their thumbs? See, meaning we should focus on that stuff, not Taylor Swift, not Travis Kelce, not the hot cakes at IHOP. We need to focus on real doggone issues. Like going back to my first story of this segment, you have Christians that are being arrested by the Department of Justice and are facing crimes of singing and praising the Lord. Their constitutional rights are being taken away. Why? Because we have a buffoon in the White House. And the whole left, the whole Democrat Party, I'm not talking about the Democrat people that are in the party, I'm talking about the whole party as a whole. They hate Christianity, and them doing this is hurting. It's hurting Christianity. They're trying to silence Christianity. That's a story Fox News should talk about. They're more focused on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They're more worried about other things. And I understand. Look, don't get me wrong. This episode, if I put Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's name, it will probably get some good views. Because I understand Fox News is a business. Newsmax now is a business. I disagree that they put everything on their platform. You have to pay for a subscription now. How you think Newsmax got to where they were? Where they at right now? Because people like me downloaded the app because that was real conservative news. Now you have to pay for it, and I'm tired of paying 20 subscriptions for streaming services. This is sick, man. And like I said, this is a business. They're trying to make money. They're trying to clickbait. I understand all that. But come on, man. We have bigger fish to fry in this fish fry right here. I don't want to go ahead and fry a half-pound bass. I want to fry a 13-pound bass. We have bigger issues to talk about. But the media is focusing. The right-wing media is focusing on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And look, I know this show is different. I usually stay on one topic, but that's the topic I wanted to talk about. The right-wing media is focusing on other stuff besides things that are important. Things that need to be talked about. And look, I know you can't judge the whole Republican Party based on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, but it's kind of funny how even some Republicans are trying to jump on this bandwagon. You have a lot more bigger fish to fry. Fry that. Don't worry about the little catfish. Go after the Big John, the big catfish, the 25-pounder. If you go look on the on the internet, on websites, you probably will see people holding big giant catfish. Go after that. Don't go after the little 1-pounders. Go after the true stories. And look, I never thought I would come behind this microphone and talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Look, go to that point. I never thought I'd talk about Britney Spears' books either. But look, it's funny how conservatism and conservative media has taken a turn. And look, don't get me wrong. I wanted Kansas City to beat Baltimore. I wanted the Lions to beat San Fran. It didn't happen. And I understand they're in the limelight because of the Super Bowl. But these conspiracy theories of them, popping the question, them doing this, I don't care. Look, if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift gets married, whoopee-doo. They got married. 9 out of 10, they're going to be divorced in a couple of months. It's norm and famous people get divorced. We'll have to wait and see. But the media should not be focusing on Taylor Swift. There's more stories out there than Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. More important stories. With that being said, that's going to end this episode of the Cajun Conservative Show. Please please like and subscribe to the show. Please also check out our affiliate marketers, Give-A-Derm, a great dermatology company. They all natural all natural products in their product, all natural ingredients in their products. Nothing toxic, nothing of that nature. No chemicals or anything. All natural. It works. I promise you, it works. For me and my family, we use it. Also, HairClub is a hair loss prevention company. You know, if you're losing your hair and you want to stop it, go hit the link in the description. Both websites use BGS Media for product discounts and promotions, and that would help me out more as well. Thank you, as always, for listening. Please remember that Jesus Christ is King. He's coming back, and he's coming back soon. So don't be faint of heart, because Jesus has overcome the world. If you know Jesus, your Lord and Savior, reach out to me. I'll tell you how to make Jesus your Savior and heaven your home. Until next time, you have a good one.